My name is Sarah. I'm the Community Engagement Administrator for Durham County Library. Today we will continue our mini-series exploration of experiencing art through our senses. For the next few minutes, blind artist John Bramblitt and art expert Jackie Siri will lead us through the sense of smell and how it can be used to experience art. To get us started, what's your favorite smell? Mine is the smell of the ocean. Let's take a look at how we can use smell to experience art.
So welcome back, guys. I'm really excited about today. We are going to talk about, I think, one of the most powerful senses we have, the sense of smell.
Oh my goodness, yes. You know, if you walk into a kitchen or, you smell cookies baking or bread, it just takes you back, well, to my childhood at least.
Yeah, and I know, like, the sense of smell is the one that is attached to memory the most, which I think is interesting.
It really is. It's hardwired in your brain. It's like one of the first senses that we developed, as people or animals or whatever you want to think about it. And
that's true.
And if you smell a smell that you're used to smelling around the holidays or I'm trying to like cinnamon and
yeah, it really evokes an emotion. It's like a very primordial sort of thing.
It does.
Really
it puts
cool.
you right back there, and it's so strong and it's so powerful, and yet when it comes to art, it's often overlooked.
Yeah, so today we're going to do a couple of different things. We're going to investigate the sense of smell and how it's involved in art.
Yeah, and these are some things you can do at home. So it's kind of fun. It's just thinking about smell in new ways.
Yeah, so I'm going to put a blindfold on.
Yes, we get to blindfold Jackie for this. This is going to be so much fun.
And you're going to pull something out, and I'm going to try to describe it through smell.
Yes. Your sense of smell, it colors the world around you. It's so many different things. So let me see. And I'll try not to hit you with any of this. So I won't say what this is.
I'm going to feel it so I don't shove my face into it, okay?
Oh, hold it. Well, if you feel it,
okay.
then I don't know if that'll work. I don't know. We'll see. oh, this feels nice. Okay, I'm going to put my hand on my shoulder so I don't shove anything in your face, so I know where your head is. Okay. Remember, I'm blind.
Oh, okay. It's tickling my face, but it's real fragrance. It's real, like it's a faint sort of light green smell. I mean, I know I'm picturing obviously a bouquet of flowers because it has that definite bouquet of flowers smell. But it's real faint, it's got a very green sort of immediate sense in my head. Like I see green or purples or something like that.
Oh, that's nice. That's really cool.
So can I take the
No, not yet. We just started our journey. We just started.
Goodness.
So okay, I have another one. Okay, so here we go. What do you smell here?
I don't smell anything.
Okay, now this one, it's a bit of a trick. It's a fake plant. It's a plastic flower. So if you were just using your eyes and you were to look at this, it would look very similar to these real flowers that are in front of you. But that's not the true story. But with your sense of smell, you get to add dimensionality to this. It gets to be very different. And so the color that you might use to paint this plastic flower might be different than the fragrant sort of odors and stuff that you have.
Well, that's interesting that you mentioned that because I didn't get a color. Obviously, I didn't smell anything, but I didn't get a color at all. So I'm kind of curious as to like what the color is.
Ooh, plastic flowers, the new clear. Okay, I have one more thing for you to smell.
Okay. I don't know. It smells cinnamony or sugary. I mean, it smells sweet and sugary. It's hard though, but it is real faint. It's real.
What color would you associate with that?
I don't like
if you had to paint it.
Like browns and maybe tans or something.
Okay, yeah. And any color that you come up with something like this is absolutely okay. It's absolutely right. So if you want to take your blindfold off, you can see what you've been smelling. So it was a cookie.
Oh, well, that's funny. That's interesting because that's.
You can eat this later as a prize.
Ooh,
so there we go. and then the flowers that you were smelling, there was these particular flowers.
Pretty.
And then this was the fake flower that you smelled.
Oh, nice. Oh, okay. Well, that's funny because it was hard to, when I didn't get the smell from the fake flower, it was really hard to make an image in my head. But with the fake flowers, I at least got like a colors, you know, just
Oh, with
different
the real
colors.
flowers, you got a color.
I'm sorry, yeah, with the real flowers and the smell, I got the colors.
Wow.
That's interesting.
Well, that's cool. You know, it's funny because like you don't really think about your sense of smell if you're in a gallery or a museum. You don't think about like smelling the paintings or anything, of course, you know. But if you think about the way things would smell though, like in a painting.
Yeah. So I've got something for you. Let's look at, and we can put it up on the screen. Let's look at Van Gogh's 1889 painting of irises.
Oh, it's one of my favorite paintings.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, the bright colors and
yeah. So I think it's interesting now that we've smelled some flowers to then look at this painting and in your mind kind of picture, you know, what do you smell? You know, out there, you guys, what do you think that it would smell like to smell those purpley blue irises and I mean, even though you wouldn't think the background has a color, I mean, it has a smell, but it has, you know, this sort of mustard yellow color. So what does that entire environment smell like?
Yeah, yeah. So such bright colors, and I know for me, whenever I work with smells a lot in my paintings, and I'll smell something, but then the colors that I choose may not have anything to do at all with the way that it looks in real life. You know, so you know, it could be like an apple. I may paint it blue because to me the color just smells blue. It just smells like calming sort of.
Yeah.
You know, but that's okay. That's okay. And then it makes me wonder with a painting like Van Gogh's there, what he was thinking. What sort of smells were there? What was in the environment that he was experiencing? And
I imagine he had a pretty potent smell of oil because of how thick that paint was that he was
yeah, the oil paint, that's for sure. Guess. Yeah, flowers and oil paint. That's what that sounds good to me. Oh, speaking of flowers, I want to paint a flower for us.
Ooh, and that's right. Do you want to tell the crowd how you're going to kind of do this?
Yeah. So let me I've got Cookie on my hand. Let me get this cleaned up. So yes, with our paints, we're going to actually mix the paints with different smells, with different fragrances. So with a purple paint, let me see, and for me, and I'll go into this about how I paint, you know, without vision, whenever we're in a couple of weeks, whenever we're talking about touch. So if you're curious about that, just stay tuned for a couple of weeks, and we'll talk all kinds about that. But right now it says purple on here in Braille, so this is my purple paint. And we're going to use lavender, and we're going to make that paint smell really, really good.
And these are just essential oils that you can buy at you know, the grocery store or Walmart. And I would like to say really fast before we forget that this is a really great exercise. You've done this with some autistic children, and the reaction has been really cool. It
really is. Yeah, it's fun for everybody. But I've worked with groups with the children. They're on the autistic spectrum, and older adults who have Alzheimer's. And you know, but really everybody, like I enjoy it. It just makes your painting smell nice. And if you're making a gift for someone, you know, that makes it nice too. And then what is the other flavor we have? Or flavor, whatever is the smell we have?
Lemongrass.
Lemongrass. Oh, and that'll be for this paint, for the yellow.
Cool.
So if you want, I'll get these mixed. And this is the lavender?
Yes.
Oh yeah, gosh. Okay, so and I'll start mixing these together. All right, so I was mixing these paints up. So I've got lemongrass for the yellow, and oh my goodness, I want you to smell this in just a sec. And I've got lavender for the purple, and oh my word, oh yes, you've got to smell these.
All right,
smell that.
Oh wow, that is really cool.
Isn't it? So whoa, here maybe I'll let you grab that.
Okay.
Starting to spin it all over the place.
Oh wow, it's surprising how potent that smells. That's really
my goodness, it smells great in here, by the way. All right, so I'm gonna take these paints, and I'm gonna get to painting. I want to work on a really simple but fun to do flower painting for you. These paints that I'm using, each color actually feels different. I mix them that way so that the green feels different from the yellow, and I can touch it and I know which colors I'm using. And as the paint goes on the paper, it's special paint that dries really, really fast so that I can kind of guide myself along on the paper. So I can touch the paint, I can touch the paper, and I can find my way around. But I'll go into that in great detail whenever we're actually talking about touch in a couple of weeks. I'll fill you in on all my little tips and tricks on how to use touch to paint. But I want to work on the petals here, and I'm using purple on one side of the brush and titanium white on the other, kind of doing it half and half. That way when I brush back and forth along the paper, it'll give it a varied sort of look. And that's a lot of fun. Mostly what I'm sensing in the studio right now are the smells. Oh my goodness, it smells so great. But since this paint is drying so fast, I can actually touch the flower. I'm not smearing any of the paint, and I can see where I need to be. Now, a tip to be able to paint a rosebud is you make a N shape, then right underneath it, you make a U shape like this. And voila, you've got a little flower bud. Now I'm going to go in right now and I'm going to put in some more petals around it, kind of nestle it in and give it more of a flower look to it. Oh my goodness, it smells so delicious in here.
Wow, I'm excited.
Here, would you like to smell my flower?
I would love to smell your painting. Oh, it's funny how strong it is.
Oh yeah, oh my goodness. You know, this would make a fun gift for someone.
Yeah, I could see that. And so now you're incorporating a whole nother sense into your visual arts.
Yes, absolutely. So your sense of smell, it's a great way if you go to a gallery or a museum to be able to, to get into the painting a little bit more, to understand what it is you're seeing and experience it in a whole new way.
Yeah.
But it's also fun to create with.
Yeah, so next time you're in a museum, be sure and ask yourself, how what does it smell like, whatever's in that painting, or, anything you're looking at.
Yeah, the fur on a horse or a dog that you see a painting of.
Sure.
Oh my goodness, the leather of the saddle, all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
But next week, what are we working on?
We're going to go over taste, so it's going to be a good one.
Oh my goodness, I can't wait for next week. It's going to be delicious.
Well, be sure and join us. We look forward to it.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.